So, social psychology is the study of how individuals think and behave in social situations. Many things can influence this behavior. For instance, some people are completely comfortable getting up in front of a large group of people and discussing a topic or speaking in front of them, whereas others they may be comfortable speaking in front of a small group of peers whom they know and are comfortable with, but not in front of large groups of people in which they don't know. And then others may just not be comfortable in any of those settings speaking in front of people. I used to be the kind of in between the middle one and the last one. I used to be just afraid of speaking in front of groups regardless of how well I knew my topic. This was because I constantly was worried about things such as who was in the room, what if someone else's presentation was better, am I speaking too fast, am I speaking too slow, am I speaking too much with my hands, is my presentation going to keep people interested, and the list just continues. So I would constantly concern myself with what if someone asks me a question and I don't know the answer to the question that they ask me. I constantly worried and compared my skills to those around me, and I allowed that to hold me back from reaching a greater potential whenever it came to speaking in front of groups or giving presentations. However, now I realize that I may not know every answer. Even someone who is someone with a doctorate in their field, they may not know every answer. There's always room to learn more things. And so now speaking in front of others, it gives me an opportunity to either learn from them something that I did not know before, or it gives me the opportunity, if they do ask me about something that I don't know, to research that and to then learn from it in that way. I've realized now that it's okay to be nervous, and that I understand that allowing those factors to control me is something that I cannot do. Recently, I've gotten a lot better whenever it comes to speaking publicly or speaking in front of groups, which largely I give credit to being in positions of leadership with the military, as well as being in an assistant manager position on my civilian job back at home. I think the largest piece of information, though, that I have taken away from this section that we have done with social psychology would be the mere presence aspect that it discussed, and not letting that affect your performance, which is something that I still today struggle with sometimes. When someone important to me is in the room, or people who are high-ranking or things such as that, whenever they're in the room or around, whenever I am speaking upon a topic, it makes me feel nervous. It makes me feel insecure and worried that I don't know enough about what I'm talking about to be able to give the presentation effectively. However, at the same time, it also drives me to want to do better, because I know that those people are around, and it makes me want to do better so that I don't have to feel that way. These are all things that I have learned from this section and through experience, and it's something that I also have to keep in mind when others are public speaking or others are put in those positions as well, because not everyone is just a natural born speaker, and a lot of people struggle with that, and so that's just something that you have to keep in mind in those situations.